Good evening. This is Dolia de Silva for Gold FM, bringing you your news roundup.
The top story on Gold FM.
In your top story, millions of people around the world are coming together today to celebrate Christmas, marking the birth of Jesus Christ. From the candlelit processions in Bethlehem to family gatherings around the globe, the day remains a symbol of universal hope and renewal. However, for many, this year's festivities are tempered by the shadow of conflict and the harsh realities of a changing climate. In the Vatican, Pope Leo XIV marked his first Christmas Day as pontiff, with a poignant plea for global peace, specifically remembering those suffering in the Gaza Strip. Presiding over Mass at St. Peter's Basilica, the 70-year-old American-born Pope addressed 6,000 worshippers from the central altar. He spoke of the people in Gaza who were exposed to rain, wind and cold for weeks, and warned that a distorted economy often treats human beings as merchandise. Despite heavy rains in Rome, thousands more gathered in St. Peter's Square, with the Pope personally thanking the soaked crowds for their courage in attending. Closer to home, the main Christmas service in Sri Lanka was held by the Archbishop of Colombo, His Eminence Malcolm Cardinal Ranjith, at St. Mary's Church in Usmatakeyava. The Cardinal's message was one of deep restraint, coming as the nation continues to heal from the devastating impact of Cyclone Dithwa. He urged the public to eschew extravagant celebrations and instead turn their attention to thousands of fellow citizens left displaced and in need. While much of the world celebrates with gala dinners, the Hero Media Network marked this Christmas by empowering the next generation in Balangoda. Under the vision of the chairman of the Hero Media Network, Reina Silva, the Hero Sinihase Nattala initiative was held at the Balangoda Anandamaithra College, Central College. The program targeted hundreds of school children in the Balangoda education zone who are struggling to continue their studies due to severe economic hardship. The initiative is providing long-term educational support. Students received comprehensive packs containing textbooks, stationery, school bags and shoes, and a festive lunch was provided to all participating children and their families. The event aimed to provide the divine affection and strength needed for these children to pursue their academic dreams despite their financial backgrounds. At the same time, for those looking for some holiday cheer, Hero hosted its iconic live Christmas special at the Avenua Gardens Hotel in Negombo. Over 100 veteran artists gathered for a vibrant showcase of music, dance and Christmas games. This concept, also a brainchild of Chairman Reina Silva, brought the festive spirit directly into the living rooms of millions.
This is the local news on Gold FM.
Opposition leader Sajith Premadasa is accusing the government of undermining freedom of expression. In a special statement to the media, he said that the government is attempting to steer the country towards authoritarian rule. The Food and Agriculture Organization warns of a looming threat to Sri Lanka's food security following the devastation caused by Cyclone Dithwa. In its latest Global Information and Early Warning System brief released this week, the UN body confirmed that the timing of the cyclone, hitting just as the 2026 Maha season planting began, dealt a catastrophic blow to rural livelihoods. The report outlines that approximately 106,000 hectares of paddy were partially or entirely lost, representing a staggering 20% of the total sowings for the current Maha seasons. The livestock sector saw the loss of roughly 525,000 animals, including 475,000 birds and 50,000 larger livestock, such as cattle, buffaloes and goats. The fisheries and aquaculture sectors are reeling from losses estimated between 20.5 and 21.5 billion rupees, with shrimp farms and inland fish ponds particularly hard hit. Looking ahead, the FAO forecasts that Sri Lanka will need to significantly increase its reliance on foreign markets. Cereal import requirements, primarily for wheat, are expected to reach an above-average 1.6 million tonnes. The FAO attributes this high demand to the country's population growth and the continued recovery of the tourism sector, which placed additional pressure on domestic food supplies. Parliamentarian of the Samagi Janabalawega, Dr. Harsha De Silva, was critical about the government's conduct in reversing measures taken by the Ranil Wickremesinghe-led government in bringing stability to the crisis-affected country. Speaking to us, the opposition MP noted that such actions can lead to problems going forward. He also said that the government needs to get a proper understanding as to how they are going to spend the income generated this year to restore the damages caused by the cyclone.
Now for some news in brief.
Two minutes of silence will be observed from 9:25 a.m. to 9:27 a.m. on National Safety Day tomorrow, in commemoration of the lives lost during the 2004 tsunami.
The business news on Gold FM.
China says it wants any deal over TikTok's US operations to comply with Chinese laws and balance the interests of all sides. A Commerce Ministry spokesperson said Beijing hoped companies involved would reach a lawful and reasonable solution after TikTok's Chinese owner ByteDance signed agreements to hand control of its US business to a group of investors including Oracle. China also urged Washington to honor its commitments and provide a fair, open and non-discriminatory business environment for Chinese companies operating in the United States.
International news on Gold FM.
In the meantime, China is accusing the United States of misrepresenting its defense policy, saying Washington is trying to undermine improving relations between China and India. Speaking at a briefing in Beijing, Foreign Ministry spokesperson Lin Jian said China viewed ties with India from a long-term strategic perspective and insisted that border issues were a matter solely for the two countries. His comments come after a Pentagon report suggesting Beijing may be seeking to exploit eased border tensions to prevent closer ties between the US and India.
Entertainment news on Gold FM.
James Cameron's latest epic Avatar: Fire and Ash took more than $450 million worldwide in its first week in cinemas. The film earned $119 million in North America, with a further $331 million overseas. Midweek takings remained strong, adding more than $50 million on Tuesday alone.
Sports news on Gold FM.
The 73rd National Badminton Championship concluded with Olympian Viren Nitya retaining the men's open singles title after a clinical performance against Rasindu Handaheva. Ranit Malianage, meanwhile, retained the women's open singles title with a comfortable straight sets win against Rashmi Mudalige. That's it for now. This is Dunya De Silva for Gold FM. Thank you and have a very Merry Christmas.